Hello, very warm welcome. Lewis Hamilton, the most wins in Formula 1 history, 92, as he goes past the legend known as Michael Schumacher. Wow, I've followed every single win of his. I'm proud to have supported him since 2006. Unbelievable achievement, and he will pass 100 and many more. I predicted a Turn 1 incident. It didn't happen. Crazy start. Mercedes started on the mediums, they couldn't get temperature. Carlos Sainz was leading in the McLaren. Took a couple of laps for Mercedes to get temperature. Kimi Raikkonen had a world-class start, gained 10 places. Max and Sergio Perez touched. Perez, all the way down to last, had to pit. Had an unbelievable race, really. Medium runners had no temperature. DRS was very powerful, too powerful at Algarve, Portimao. It was way too powerful, very easy. Lance Stroll v Lando Norris, they touch. Stroll had an accident with Max in turn 1, and he had one in the race with Norris. He gets a 5-second penalty. Lewis overtook Valtteri Bottas for the lead. Bottas never saw him again. Stroll gets a 5-second penalty, track limits. He had a terrible weekend, really, Lance Stroll. A lot of track limit penalties. Danny Kvyat, Romain Grosjean. Ricciardo moving under braking. He was weaving down the straight 3 or 4 times trying to break the toe. You're only meant to move once. The stewards never even questioned it. Wheel to wheel racing, lots of overtakes. Red Bull 1.8 second pit stop. Albon, wow. It's unbelievable how fast Red Bull are at pit stops. Albon lapped, humiliation, he has to lose his seat. I was shocked that Gasly wasn't put in. Albon back to AlphaTauri. That's what should have happened after Nürburgring. And once again, it's the same old problem with Albon. He should qualify 4th, he qualifies 6th. He gets a bad start, he's in traffic. He destroys his tyres. Then he pits, puts him in more traffic, destroys his tyres again, has to pit again. Crazy. I mean, Red Bull have to act, it's not good enough. Ocon did a mega tyre stint, did like 58 laps on one set of tyres. Crazy. Perez chops Pierre Gasly, very dangerous. Now that is being investigated, but as I record this, no action so far. Fastest lap, Lewis Hamilton. Race rating, 7 out of 10. Lots of overtakes, good wheel-to-wheel action. Great to be at a new circuit. Star of the race, Charles Leclerc. Gasly was up there, Perez, fantastic. Portugal race reaction, no footage. Lewis Hamilton is a record breaker. The most wins, the most poles, and he will have the most championships in Formula 1 history. And he is up there with Schumacher and Senna. I was emotional when he equalled the record, and I'm even more emotional today. I've followed his whole career. GP2, I've supported him in GP2 before he even got to Formula 1. And then a genius call to move to Mercedes. 1 DNF, Lance Stroll. Lewis Hamilton wins the race, struggled in the early phase, 92 wins, pole position, race win, and he destroyed Bottas, really. Bottas second, was in the lead, Hamilton overtook him, 20 seconds behind at the finish. Max P3, usual good performance, all on his own. Charles Leclerc, star of the weekend for me. Quali star, race star, P4 quali, P4 the race, outstanding. Gasly P5. Now he's in an AlphaTauri and he's destroying. Gasly's in an AlphaTauri destroying Albon in a Red Bull. Like, Gasly should have been put back in the Red Bull for the remainder of the season to see what he can do. Sensational. Carlos Sainz P6 was leading the race. Then he fell back. Good result, past Perez late on. Sergio Perez P7, another star of the race. Taken out on lap 1, had to pit. Got all the way back up to 5th. Got passed by Gasly and Sainz late on. Under investigation for a dangerous manoeuvre. Ocon P8. Mega tyre stint, paid off, he finishes 8th. Ricciardo 9th, struggled. Sebastian Vettel 10th, gets a point, but Leclerc destroyed him. 11th, Kimi Raikkonen had an unbelievable start, just missed out on points. 12th, Albon, shocking. He has to be dropped. It's as simple as that. He's not good enough in the Red Bull. It's embarrassing. It's almost worse than Gasly when he was at Red Bull. He gets lapped by his teammate, shocking. Norris, 13th. His race was ruined by Stroll. 14th, George Russell, solid as usual. Then come non-event really. Giovinazzi, Grosjean, Magnussen, Latifi, Kvyat. Hardly saw them. But it's a history. It's a historic day. Lewis Hamilton, 92 wins. 92 wins. All-time pole holder, all-time wins. And he will match the championships, and he will break the championships, I'm sure, next season. Unbelievable. Followed his whole career. The wins, the poles, the titles, the losing the title in 07 to winning it in 08 with the best title decider ever. Then we had the painful years. And then genius move to Mercedes. Wow. Unbelievable. Lewis Hamilton. Wow. I enjoyed this weekend. Portugal was great. Great track. Bit too easy to overtake down the main straight. And we go to Imola, which will be a very emotional weekend as we go back to Imola, where the greatest lost his life. And yeah, that's going to be interesting. I think that could be very boring race though at Imola. Lewis Hamilton, a record breaker. Get in there, Lewis. There we have it. Qualifying reaction, race reaction. Join me for driver ratings for the Portimao GP. Wow, record breaker.